Hey guys, how you doing? It's the Big Fake from my First Shot Shooting Academy, and I have to make this video. I really don't want to make it, but it comes to a point where you have to stand up. And I'm going to start talking about the CEO of Goya Foods and what happened with him and Trump, and these useless Puerto Ricans or Hispanics that are not standing up because they're like children. Lin-Manuel, the guy that wrote Hamilton, attacked him after they were attacking him because he made the play Hamilton, which is a very popular play. He's famous for it. He's rich for it now because the left is mad because he's promoting Hamilton, and Hamilton was a slave trader in the Caribbean when he was a kid. So now they're going after him. So now that they focus on Goya, he's throwing the shade at Goya. Luis Gutierrez, who been stuffing his face with Goya products for 60 years, and now he's crying about the conquistadors, what they done in Puerto Rico. Okay, Luis Gutierrez, I don't know if you know this, but they were called the conquistadors, which means the conquerors. They were not called the Cabbage Patch Kids or the Apple Dumpling Gang. That's why they were called conquistadors. They came to conquer. You need to take that up with your ancestors, not with the founder of Goya, because he had nothing to do with that. But you're always crying like a little girl, and you've been stuffing your face, probably taking Goya donations when you were running as a politician. Stuffing your face with Goya for 60 years, and now you're crying about the conquistador. Seriously? And then Ana Navarro saying that Donald Trump put brown kids in cages. You guys ain't gonna like this, but the one that did that was Obama. A lot of people are gonna get offended, but the facts are the facts. The cages were built by Obama, and you guys gave him a free pass. Obama was called the deporter-in-chief before Trump even got into office. So stop blaming him for that. He's only, it's like you have a job. Like me, I take 2 loads to Gainesville, and then a guy takes them to Atlanta, then another guy takes them wherever they gotta go. And you're blaming the guy in Texas for something that happened here. All he's doing is follow through. And let me tell you this about DACA. It's gonna get upset a lot of people, and then I'm gonna get into AOC and get off this video. The problem that we have with DACA is that Obama signed an executive order, and he can't do that. Obama can't make laws, or the president can't make laws. You have the legislature, judicial, and executive branch. So they make a law, Trump or the president signs it, and judicial, enforces it. Just to give you a basic thing, because even AOC, who works for the government, didn't even know that. I have a friend that's a leftist lawyer, and we debate all the time. And the reason he's upset about this thing that just happened with DACA is not because he's anti-immigrant. We want the right people to come here. As a matter of fact, what they should do is do a law where we take an immigrant from another country and give them 3 of these lazy people that are here doing nothing. But if I say that, I'm a racist. All these deadbeats we have here, send them to South America somewhere. But what happens with that, he signed an executive order, and now it went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court upheld it. Trump wins, because you know what? Now Trump can make any executive order he wants, and his excuse is going to be, well, you signed, Obama signed that executive order, you upheld it, you have to upheld mine. So like my friend said, to give you an example, is he could say, nobody in the country can eat ice creams on Tuesday, and he signs an executive order. I know that's dumb, but he's just trying to make a point that then you can't have ice cream on Tuesday, they're going to put you in jail. So how about if he wants to go to a war, or do this or do that? He can sign any executive order he wants. And now the Supreme Court holding back DACA, guess what? They can't shut him down. So he's opening doors that's going to lead to real bad things when the next Democrat gets into office, because it will, because Trump is not going to last forever. He could be there 4 more years, and then he's done. if he wins. Let's give you guys some hope, you Democrats some hope. What do you think the new Democrat president is going to do? You get somebody like Joe Biden, he's gonna sign an executive order and send all those jobs back to China, and you can't stop him. And not because Trump did it, because Obama did it. He can sign an executive order, do whatever. So that's the problem that we have with that. All 99% of the people that come to this country come because they come from lawless, horrible countries. Like Ilhan Omar left the Civil War to come here, 8 years old, immigrant, and look where she's at. And she's always talking about racism and defunding the police and take this out and take that out. And what can I tell you about that? If this country's so bad, go back to Somalia and make it a better place. And if you say that you're a racist, no. You don't like it here. You know? If I don't like the food at Wendy's, what the fuck am I doing there? Leave. Go somewhere else. And you can't say that because it's viewed as racism, but it's a fact. She's the living proof of the American dream. She came here, 8 years old, immigrant, probably didn't even speak English. Look where she's at now. And now they crying about that she gave her new husband, $800,000 to run a campaign for her. I'm not even going to touch that. Because if it's legal, hey, give them $2 million. Everybody else is doing it. I'm not going to hate you for that part. Do you, boo-boo, like they say. And Miss AOC. All these people that I mentioned, what have they built? What have they done for the Spanish community? Or their communities? Has AOC built a company and given 5,000 people a job? Luis Gutierrez? When these people are gone, are you going to remember them? Like Goya Foods? And all these other companies that got started with a dime and a dream? AOC cost New York billions of dollars from Amazon. And you guys just stood there, didn't say nothing. And then she goes, because they were going to give them a $3 billion tax break. Oh, now that Amazon is not coming here, we could take those $3 billion and put it in the school system. No, they were going to pay $30 billion or $30 million in taxes. Then you were going to get a third of it back. She didn't even know that she's an economist. That's amazing. Now they don't have no money. And look what's happening in New York and these other cities. Innocent people are dying. And AOC is saying that it's because people are shoplifting bread from the stores. I didn't know that Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Apple Store sold bread. Never knew that. They killed a 1-year-old boy in Brooklyn 2 days ago. And you guys are okay with that? They killed an 8-year-old girl in Atlanta. And you guys are okay with that? It's heading into a civil war. And it comes to a point where it's got to stop. It has to stop because at the end of the day, do you think if a civil war breaks out, Nancy Pelosi's going to get hurt? Chuck Schumer, Donald Trump? They're not, because they got private security. They're going to have the best of the best. The people that suffer is me and you, the average Joe out here. My kids are all over the country. And I don't want them to hurt. I don't want to say the cities. But if they get hurt, I can't even get to them. And it's what's going on here is ridiculous. Yeah, the police need to reform. I'm not saying they don't. There's a lot of things wrong with this country, but there's a lot more better things. Like Robert Townsend said in the movie, this country is like a Rolls Royce with a dent. You don't get rid of a Rolls Royce just because it's got a dent. You fix it and you move on. But us, it's to a point where you can't sit down and have a conversation about anything. Because everything is racist and offensive. It is ridiculous. My friend has a guy in a job up in I was in the Northeast, and he had a good job with a good company like me. It was not my company, but it was in trucking. And there was a guy that we used to call Taco. And he called the guy Taco, and they wanted to fire him for that. Guy that he was calling Taco for maybe 10 years. That's his nickname. And it's coming to a point where is this going to end up? Innocent people dying. Look what they're doing in New York and these other cities. Chicago. There's a lot of people dying. And I don't see nobody getting up or saying anything. And when we have these dumb Democrat politicians, they're the ones promoted, like AOC, Ilhan Omar, Luis Gutierrez, who wants you to tear down $1 billion company because he's upset over something that one man said. Where's it going to end? Where's it going to stop? This country is sad. It's going to head into a civil war no matter what. And who's going to pay for it? We are. Nobody else is. I want to talk about Russia, China, and Iran. The U.S. runs off the petrodollar. I'm going to say this real quick. The U.S. runs on the petrodollar, meaning that Richard Nixon, give you a little bit of history. Richard Nixon went to Saudi Arabia when he was president and said, look, sell oil only in U.S. dollars. That's why you hear the term petrodollars. Gaddafi was getting Africa together, Russia, China, to get off the U.S. dollar. And that's why they killed them. That's why the Obama administration killed them. I'm going to into all these detailed conspiracy theories. But the point is other countries getting together. Stop believing CNN and these other fake news and these other news networks, and do your research. China, Russia, Iran are getting together. They have oil, and they're going to get off the U.S. dollar. And when they do it, countries like Venezuela are going to jump on, and it's going to be hell to pay. And this is going to be a third world country, and they're going to come in here because we're not going to have guns, because if the when the Democrat gets in office, he takes my guns away, I'm going to give it to him because I'm a patriot, I'm a citizen. Here you go. And then what's going to happen? They're going to come and walk in here. We're not going to have police, we're not going to have military, we're not going to have none of that. You can't threaten a nuclear power with nuclear power because they have it too. And then what's going to happen? We need to come together and stop all this stupidity. You're mad at a guy because he paid Donald Trump a compliment. People are dying in your neighborhoods, and you guys are standing by. All for what? But what did that 1-year-old, 8-year-old, 15 and 17-year-old do to you that he had to die? AOC, that 1-year-old in Brooklyn was holding 1 million pounds of bread? But you say that's why people are supposedly rioting. People are stressed. People are upset. All that I understand. This coronavirus. A lot of people lost their job. Not debating none of that. But there's no need to act like this. A few years ago, when that nuclear thing went off in Japan, did you see how those people acted? With honor and dignity. And they knew they were going to die. They were going to die because they got radiation. Did they act like assholes and set their country on fire? No. They went up to the trucks and got food, and there was no food. Oh well, maybe I'll be better luck tomorrow. They conducted themselves with pride and dignity, knowing that they were going to die. They could have set the country on fire, and they didn't. They have respect for themselves, their country, their neighbors, their families, their friends. We don't have that here anymore. I had to make this video, man, because that thing with Goya really upset me. Luis Gutierrez, you're useless. AOC, you're useless. Ana Navarro, you're useless. Lin-Manuel, you're useless. Make the world a better place. Build a $2.5 billion company. All you guys get together, all four of you guys, and build something better than Goya. then you could criticize. Otherwise, shut the hell up. Everybody, God bless and have a good day. If it offends you, it offends you. There's nothing I can say. Bye.